had day 17 in the Diddy trial as the biggest one yet, guess what? Bingo, you won, because today was probably the most eventful day as far as things that happened that were said on the stand, and most importantly, things that the judge said, because Diddy almost got kicked out of his own trial.
So Misa Hilton has had enough. After years of quietly standing by, watching the father of her son, Sean Diddy Combs, allegedly favor one child while neglecting another, the iconic stylist is reportedly ready to blow the roof off Diddy's carefully curated empire. And this isn't just a mother venting frustrations. This is a woman on a mission, armed with years of insider knowledge and damning accusations that could shake Diddy's legacy to its core.
Do you think that Diddy is actually Justin's father?
I wasn't there. But
we're talking about favoritism so blatant it's impossible to ignore. For years, Diddy has unapologetically placed Christian Combs, his youngest son, with Kim Porter, on a pedestal. Christian, draped in designer suits, throwing lavish parties and riding the coattails of his father's fame with ease, is the picture of privilege. But Justin, the eldest son, born from Diddy's youthful romance with Misa, has allegedly been cast aside, used as a pawn in his father's schemes while his life and future crumble under the weight of neglect. Misa is reportedly furious, and she's not staying silent anymore. In recent explosive statements, Misa has accused Diddy of sabotaging Justin's career and financial stability while setting Christian up for a life of luxury. And let's be clear, this isn't just about a parent playing favorites. Misa claims Diddy's treatment of Justin is deliberate, calculated, and cruel. According to her, Diddy's neglect wasn't an accident, it was strategy. She's hinted that Justin's struggles, from his financial mishaps to his derailed football career, are part of a pattern, a chilling power move to keep Justin under his thumb while elevating Christian as the ultimate heir to the Combs dynasty.
Damn, how your son look like your best friend?
And the receipts are piling up. Just recently, Justin made headlines for defaulting on a $172,000 car lease. What's right, Diddy's eldest son, the same young man who once graced MTV's My Super Sweet 16 in $1 million celebration, is now struggling to stay afloat financially. Meanwhile, Christian is reportedly living the high life, hosting opulent parties bankrolled by Diddy himself. The contrast is stark, and Misa isn't buying the narrative that this is just bad luck or poor choices on Justin's part. She sees something far more sinister at play. The whispers about Justin's football career only add fuel to the fire. Remember when Justin played defensive back at UCLA on a controversial scholarship? Critics argued that a young man from such a wealthy family didn't need a $54,000 sports scholarship. But that's not where the real drama lies. According to rumors, Diddy's infamous confrontation with Justin's coach, an incident that allegedly involved Diddy swinging a kettlebell in a fit of rage, did more than just make headlines. It supposedly ruined Justin's chances of going pro. Some insiders claim that after that embarrassing altercation, Justin's reputation in the football world was irreparably damaged. Could this have been an impulsive mistake, or was it yet another example of Diddy's heavy-handed control over his son's future?
Puff beat up till she got up under the... Beat up literally till she tried to run up under the car.
Wow.
And then there's the bombshell that has everyone talking, the rumors about Justin's paternity. For years, industry insiders have whispered that Justin might not actually be Diddy's biological son. The speculation centers around Anthony Wolf Jones, Diddy's former bodyguard and confidant, who was tragically gunned down in 2003. Fans and critics alike have pointed out Justin's striking resemblance to Wolf, and even former associates of Diddy have fueled the rumors. Gene Deal, another one of Diddy's former bodyguards, once said in an interview, "How does your son look just like your best friend?" Though Gene stopped short of confirming the claim, his words left many wondering. Has Diddy always known the truth about Justin's father? And if so, could that be the reason for his cold treatment of his eldest son?
I'm like, he's the oddball. And I know they got different moms, so I get it.
Right.
But I'm like, I don't know about that one.
The implications are staggering. If Justin isn't biologically Diddy's child, it could explain years of alleged mistreatment. Was Justin ever truly accepted as part of the family? Or has he been living in the shadow of a father who viewed him as an outsider all along? Misa's decision to speak out now suggests that she's tired of keeping these secrets. She's reportedly ready to lay it all bare, and the world is waiting to see just how deep this rabbit hole goes. But the drama doesn't stop there. While Justin struggles to stay afloat, Christian seems to be thriving. The young rapper, who goes by the stage name King Combs, has been steadily building his career with Diddy's full support. Christian's music videos are packed with high-profile cameos, and his social media presence screams wealth, power, and privilege. He's the golden child, the one Diddy has poured his resources into, while Justin is left to fend for himself. And Misa? She's reportedly watched this lopsided dynamic unfold for years, biting her tongue. Until now.
Now, earlier this week, Justin was busted in Beverly Hills for running a red light. Then police discovered he was driving under the influence.
Misa's fury has been bubbling under the surface for a while. Just last year, she made headlines with a fiery Instagram rant after Justin was arrested for a DUI. In the since deleted post, she blasted Diddy's parenting, accusing him of focusing more on his flashy lifestyle than on being a responsible father. A fish rots from the head down, she wrote, calling out Diddy's leadership, or lack thereof, and suggesting that his behavior has been a toxic influence on their son. Misa even took aim at Diddy's lucrative ventures in the spirits industry, saying, "How do you go from one of the greatest to ever do it, to making all your money off booze? Sell something healthy that builds people up." Her frustration with Diddy's choices is palpable, and it's not hard to see why. As Justin faces mounting challenges, Diddy seems more concerned with expanding his empire and maintaining his image than addressing the cracks in his family. And let's not forget the legal storm surrounding Diddy himself. With allegations of misconduct, lawsuits piling up, and a recent criminal conviction, the once untouchable mogul is facing a reckoning. For Misa, this might be the perfect moment to strike, to expose the truth about a man who has spent decades cultivating an image of perfection while allegedly wreaking havoc behind the scenes. And yet the question remains, why now? What has pushed Misa to the brink after years of staying silent? Some insiders speculate that it's Justin's recent troubles that have finally tipped the scales. Others believe it's the mounting pressure on Diddy as his legal battles escalate. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. Misa is ready to fight, and she's not holding back.
Referred to me as Wild King Nights. And what a Wild King Night was when him and a guest would go to a hotel room or be at his home, his bedroom, and they would have intimate gatherings. I would have to go and prep that hotel room, which consisted of baby oil, astroglide.
As we dig deeper into this tangled web of favoritism, manipulation, and family secrets, one thing becomes certain: this is far more than a typical celebrity feud. It's a story about power, control, and the devastating consequences of a parent's choices. And with Misa reportedly preparing to unleash everything she knows, we can only imagine the chaos that's about to unfold. And yet, as we peel back the layers of this tangled family drama, the whispers of Misa Hylton's rumored hidden files loom large. These files, if they exist, are said to contain a treasure trove of secrets, some too explosive to imagine. We're talking about alleged recordings, documents, and behind-the-scenes intel that could expose the very foundation of Diddy's empire. For years, Misa has endured watching from the sidelines as the man she once loved allegedly manipulated her son's life. But now, sources claim she's been quietly building her case, piece by piece, waiting for the moment to strike. Could these files be the ultimate weapon, the one thing that forces Diddy's carefully constructed world to come crashing down?
I thought he was this clean businessman who rise to the top because he was such a powerful and smart, educated man. I had no idea that he had this other side to him. And when I started to get exposed to his lifestyle, I started to really realize, this guy has an addiction. It's not just, once every few weeks, it's every day, every hour.
The speculation about what's inside these hidden files is enough to send shockwaves through the entertainment world. Some say they include financial records that reveal how Diddy has kept Justin under his control, allegedly withholding support or pulling strings to ensure Justin stays dependent. Others believe there could be recordings of private conversations, perhaps even evidence of Diddy's alleged schemes to protect his youngest son, Christian, while leaving Justin to fend for himself. And then there's the darkest possibility: proof that Justin was used as a shield, a distraction to protect Diddy from legal troubles or damaging allegations. If even a fraction of these rumors are true, Misa's files could be a ticking time bomb, ready to detonate at any moment. But let's not forget that Diddy hasn't built his empire alone. Surrounding him is a tight-knit circle of loyalists, a network of insiders who have reportedly helped him maintain control over his public image no matter the cost. These are the people who, according to sources, have turned a blind eye to the alleged cracks in Diddy's family relationships. Some even claim that Christian, the golden child, has become more than just a favored son. He's been molded into an extension of Diddy's brand, fully embraced and supported, while Justin has been left in the shadows. The contrast couldn't be starker. Christian's music career is thriving, backed by Diddy's resources and connections, while Justin struggles to stay afloat amid financial troubles and personal setbacks.
I want to start with alleged victim number 4, who goes by the name Mia. It's an alias. She is one of the people who is testifying where the judge has granted her anonymity. She is on the stand, but everybody in the courtroom has been warned. Do not reveal her identity. Do not even give a physical description.
And yet, There's an even more unsettling rumor making the rounds. Multiple insiders have hinted that Diddy may have gone to extraordinary lengths to protect Christian's reputation. Allegedly, key witnesses and insiders have been paid off or silenced, ensuring that Christian remains untainted by the scandals engulfing his father. If true, this paints a chilling picture of a man willing to manipulate not just his public image, but the very people around him to maintain control. How far would Diddy go to ensure Christian's success while leaving Justin out in the cold? It's a question that cuts to the heart of this unfolding drama. It's impossible to ignore the emotional weight that Justin must carry, caught in the gravitational pull of his father's larger-than-life persona and his brother's golden boy image. For years, Justin has seemed like a man searching for his own identity, trying to carve out his place in a family dynamic that appears to prioritize optics over connection. His once promising football career may have been a way to step out of Diddy's shadow, but as that dream crumbled, so too might have Justin's confidence. Was he ever truly pursuing his own ambitions, or was he simply trying to meet the expectations of a father who allegedly viewed him as a pawn rather than a priority?
They've been afraid of coming forward. They've been afraid of what he could potentially do to them within the industry, what he could do to them professionally, maybe even personally. And so yes, it's been a dark secret that they've held on to for a very, very long time.
The financial troubles Justin has faced in recent years paint a stark picture of a young man struggling to find stability. From defaulting on high-value leases to being arrested for a DUI, these incidents suggest a deeper struggle, one rooted in feelings of neglect and invisibility. It's not just about the money, it's about the message behind it. While Christian enjoys the full support of Diddy's empire, Justin's financial woes highlight the emotional void left by a father who seems to favor one son over the other. How could Justin not feel abandoned, left to fend for himself while watching his brother thrive with what appears to be unlimited backing? And then there's the question of autonomy. Justin's life has often been intertwined with Diddy's decisions, leaving little room for him to establish his own path. Even his time at UCLA, which should have been a moment of independence, was overshadowed by his father's infamous altercation with the coaching staff. Imagine the humiliation of being dragged into headlines not because of your own actions, but because of your father's inability to let go of control. It's a pattern that seems to follow Justin, his life perpetually influenced by Diddy's choices, whether intentional or not.
He cornered me. And then he asked me, with his arm up, he asked me, "How you doing?" I'm kind of like, wow, what the heck? Very uncomfortable. And then he rubbed his hand down my breast. He said, "If you need anything at all, you let me know."
The psychological toll of this dynamic cannot be overstated. Being constantly overshadowed by a sibling who is fully embraced and celebrated must create a deep sense of inadequacy. How does one reconcile their worth when they're treated as an afterthought in their own family? For Justin, it's not just about being overlooked, it's about being overshadowed by someone whose success seems deliberately engineered by the very person who should be his biggest champion. This kind of emotional neglect can leave scars that impact every aspect of a person's life, from their self-esteem to their ability to trust others. As we look deeper into Justin's story, it's hard not to wonder whether his struggles are part of a much larger pattern, a toxic cycle of control that starts at the top. What happens when a father's need for power and image takes precedence over genuine connection? Justin's life may hold the answers to these questions, but one thing is certain: his story is one of heartbreak, resilience, and the search for identity in the shadow of a man who casts an impossibly large one.
So we just got this new audio from the Diddy trial, and it is pretty explosive. This is audio of a voicemail that Diddy left to the Jane Doe who's been testifying in this trial for the last couple days. And he sounds really annoyed. He's talking about her maybe giving him the silent treatment, and his response is, "I got a busy life. I can't be dealing with your silent treatment, and we got to keep it."
As we unravel these allegations, the dynamics within Diddy's inner circle become even more troubling. Those closest to him have allegedly played a pivotal role in enabling his behavior, shielding him from scrutiny while the cracks in his family life widened. From managers to handlers, these are the people who have helped keep the spotlight on Diddy's accomplishments and away from his controversies. But with Misa reportedly ready to speak out, could their loyalty finally be tested? And what happens if the secrets they've worked so hard to protect start to leak out? At the center of it all is Misa, a mother fighting to protect her son from the shadow of a father who, she claims, has done more harm than good. Her decision to go public with her grievances isn't just about exposing Diddy, it's about giving Justin a chance to reclaim his future. But the stakes couldn't be higher. If the rumors are true, Misa is going up against one of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry, a man with the resources and connections to crush anyone who threatens his empire. Will Misa's courage be enough to bring the truth to light? Or will she face retaliation for daring to speak out?
Continue to engage in all these freak-offs with him, and he sounds really pissed off.
Hey, I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to just give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not going to be playing these games with you at all, at all. So I don't know, you think you silent treating me, and you think I'm going to be, nah, you'll have a rude awakening.
And what about Justin? Can his future be salvaged, or has the damage already been done? These are the questions that haunt this story, and they're the ones we'll all be asking as the fallout continues. If Misa's claims are accurate, the truth about Diddy's family dynamics might be darker than any of us imagined. Could this be the scandal that finally shakes his empire to its core? Or will Diddy, the master of reinvention, find a way to emerge unscathed once again? Let us know what you think. Do you believe Misa's claims? And how far do you think Diddy would go to protect his legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is one story that's far from over. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Stay curious, stay bold, and remember, there's always more to the story.